Hey everybody, Surf Fishing Florida. We're back at New Smyrna Beach, and we're back after the bluefish and maybe the sharks. We're going to be using cut bait as soon as my wife gets me a whiting, so let's see what happens. All right, well, just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with, it's 2 hours before high tide. The surf is pretty big and rough, and as you can see, there was seaweed all the way up and down the beach. We seen a pallet floating by, which happens this time of the year. It gets pretty bad. Okay, hold it up. That's a decent sized whiting. We have plenty of bait now. Plenty of bait. Good job. Now I'm putting that cut bait rig on there. Okay, she said she's got another one. Putting that double 6.0 rig on the Tika with the BG 5000. Even just one more whiting and we got plenty of bait. With all this seaweed and there's current, I'm not going to be able to run 2 rods. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, let some line out. Wow, that's a huge whiting. Wow, that is a huge whiting. It is. You know what? I'm going to do the karma thing. He's so big because I'm not throwing the shark rod today.
So you want to let it go?
Go ahead and let him go.
Okay.
I hope I don't regret that. I'm sure you're going to catch me something else, but that one whiting is plenty. Here goes the cut bait rig. That's 26 inches of 480 cable and 2 6.0 hooks attached to 7 foot of single strand 60-pound mono. We've already got 2 5.5 foot black tips on this exact rig. When you're throwing the little pieces of cut bait like that, the black tips will grab them. So you want to have some gear that gives you a chance to catch them. This is probably going to be my rod for most of the day. Might just be a whiting in the seaweed. Yeah, that's what it was. He's not that big. Wow, I am glad you caught that. I was starting to worry about letting the big whiting go. I just don't want to cut something up like that big one, but that one's definitely going up there. Well, at least she's catching the whiting. Not even one bite on the cut bait rod. Okay, we're gonna keep that and then we can let the rest go. Hold it up. On the pink Fishbites, but you got the sand fleas on there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
It's a 4.
4 whiting. And we seen 4 sharks, 2 of them when we were walking up the beach. Okay, it was high tide 15 minutes ago. The BG 5000 with the cut whiting hasn't got a single bite all day. And she's got the 4 whiting on her bait rod. And we're fishing really close together. And I'm worried about a shark since we seen those sharks in the wash this morning. 3 of them were about 15 foot off the surf. There's some seaweed in the water, but it's definitely fishable. I'm putting our other double bluefish rig on her little 8-foot star rod with the Penn 550 SSG. I really don't like doing that because you have no chance with a 5-foot black tip with this. But for the bluefish, that's fine. What is it, woman? Is it a shark? Okay, she's got something here. I don't know if it's a redfish or a shark. Is it on? I just told you guys. Damn it. That was either a monster redfish or a 5-foot shark, and that's too much for that little star bait rod. Let's hope I didn't get cut off. Damn it. Oh, thank God I got the rig back. That might have been a big redfish. Wow, look at that. Wow, it kinked that 480 cable.
Wow.
Okay. That wasn't no redfish. The line's all scuffed up. Wow, he bent that.
Yeah, line was keep going. And I said, shoot.
And we've had that BG 5000 out here all morning. And the damn shark grabbed that rig. That's the way it is. I mean, look, I got this rig here. They ain't been touching it. I'll get the shark like that with this.
You want to use that?
Yeah, honey, whatever. Go stick that back over there. He would have ended up tail whipping it and getting past that mono. It's only 5.5 feet long. Okay, I can't believe it. That was a shark. I would say at least 5 foot, because the leader on this is 5.5 foot, a 40-pound mono, and that bluefish rig is about 18 inches to the bottom hook, and the mono was chafed up 6 inches from the top. So it got all the way up to 6.5 feet, and if it shows up on camera, I don't know what that is, that deep kink in that 480 cable. I don't know. That might have been on the side of his mouth. I'm not sure. I'm just glad I got that rig back, because she would have never caught that fish, and I probably wouldn't have, because a few minutes later, he probably would have tail whipped it and got past that leader. All right, it's 2.5 hours after high tide. The tide went out quite a bit. As you can see, the surf's calmed down a little bit, but I just threw this rod out here and it's already washed down the beach. The seaweed's not that bad, but there's enough small pieces that it pulls it down the beach, so you just got to keep recasting it. I can't believe the shark hit her little star rod instead of the BG 5000. It is what it is. As the tide's going out, the current's getting worse. So if you get just a little tiny piece now of seaweed, it washes it down the beach. So she's using a 2-ounce spider weight. That thing will hold like a 5-ounce sinker. They're pretty effective. All right, when we came down to the beach this morning, there was 2 guys fishing. We walked past them. They were using these rigs because I seen them. There were so many sharks swimming on the beach side of the drop-off right in the wash. They cut these lines and they lost their rigs, and now I have them. That's what I was paranoid with all day today, because we've seen about 7 sharks. Well, we've been here about 6 hours and only 1 bite on the bluefish rod with the BG 5000, and I missed it. That was a long time ago. Well, she's actually caught something. We haven't had no action in hours. Oh, what do we got? Hold it up. The Mohara, however you pronounce that. Wow, they're pretty cool. Look at his mouth. They're like the shiner of the ocean. She's caught a few of them this year. All right, hold him up. Okay, good fish. Let him go. I'm not even bothered cutting that thing up. Okay, it's an hour and 45 minutes before low tide, And you can see how much the tides went out already. New Smyrna Beach is tough to fish at low tide. The sand is really hard and packed. And in the wintertime, the water comes all the way up like this. And it's still got some more to go out. That's why we don't like coming at low tide. We just seen shark number 8 cruising by about 20 foot off the beach. So I'm putting 2 fresh pieces of whiting. They're a little bit big for the bluefish, but maybe one of them little sharks, they're all about 4 or 5 foot long. Maybe they'll pick it up. This is a sign that it's time to go home. Last time we had that big mat of seaweed, that was a huge piece of plastic that washed it all the way down the beach and almost had the rod bent sideways. All right, we're wrapping it up. Another long, tough day of battling the current and the seaweed. We got 4 whiting, a mahara, and she hooked a shark on the little bait rod before it got off. We'll try to get back out here as soon as we can.
Thanks for watching.